everyone. Today we are going to learn about load balancer. Why do we need load balancer? Load balancing automatically distribute incoming application traffic across multiple targets. It enables us to achieve greater level of fault tolerance in our application. Providing the required amount of load balancing capacity, it's really required to distribute application traffic. Here is a diagram about the load balancing concept. Type of load balancer. There are three type of load balancer. It depends on the requirement. You can use the best one. First one is application load balancer, network load balancer, and a classic load balancer. Application load balancer provide advanced routing and visibility feature targeted at application architecture including microservices and containers. It uses the protocols HTTP and HTTPS. Network load balancer are capable of handling millions of requests per second securely while maintaining ultra low latencies. It uses the protocol TCP, TLS, UDP. Classic load balancer use when you have the existing application running in the EC2 classic network. When you configure the load balancer, we need to pass certain parameter which is important. So we discuss about the basic configuration. You need to pass the name of the load balancer. Of course, second one is scheme. Scheme is important. You need to define internet facing or internal. Internet facing load balancer has the publicly resolved DNS name. So it can route requests from client over the internet to the EC2 instance that are registered with the load balancer. Internal. The node of an internal load balancer have only private IP. It routes through the wide area network where you have in your organization. Listener is important. Listener is the process. You must add one or more listener in order to connect the load balancing using the port number port 80 or 443 or 5071 or whatever the port number you needed, you can select accordingly. Availability zone. The load balancer start routing the request registered target in the availability zone. Load balancer is most effective if you ensure that each enabled availability zone has at least one registered target. So you need to choose the VPC name and the availability zone. To enable an availability zone, select the checkbox in the left side and the availability zone. If there is more than one subnet for the availability zone, select one of the subnet. You can select only one subnet per availability zone. Configuring the security group. So security group is very important. When you create any EC2 instance, you need to enable the security group, which allows us to enable the port number for inbound and outbound role. You can enable 22 or 338 and based on the OS and based on your requirement, you can enable a inbound or outbound role. So which is basically attached to the EC2, but here in load balancer it's required. Routing is you need to select anything either existing target group or the new target. So you have instant and IP base and a lambda function. Target are specified instance ID if you select the instance, and the IP address you need to select the target or IP address, and the lambda function you can register your lambda function as a target and configure a listener rule to forward requests to the target group for your lambda function. When load balancer forward the request to a target group with a lambda function as a target, it invokes your Lambda function and passes the content of request to the Lambda function in a JSON format. And of course, you can inherit this Lambda function with this load balancer. It uses the protocol HTTP or HTTPS and the port number, whatever you want, you can select that. Next is important, health check. Health check is basically checks the availability and of the instance. It also gives the signal saying that I'm available, I'm healthy, or unhealthy. Protocol. The protocol's load balancer uses when routing the traffic to target in this target group. Path. The destination path for the health check, we need to enable it. The path must be begin with the / character, or you can also add the specify file name as well. And the port number in traffic port override, you can either choose any one of those. And the threshold, you can use performing the check in the target and default from load balancer specific different port, and you can choose considering the target health 2 to 10 the maximum, and it checks the whether it is success or not and the consequent of request. The amount of time in second during which no response mean a failed health check is 2 to 120 seconds. The approximate amount of time between health check of an individual target is 5 to 300 seconds. HTTP code to use when checking the successful response from a target. You can specify multiple value, for example 200, 202, or a range of value, for example 200-299. So we can choose any one of those. Register the target. So as we discuss about the parameter, and it's very important to register, and you can add after register the instance. So you can see in the screen listener ID and the port number and the instance name, so which will show you that we have registered successfully. When you register EC2 instance as a target, you must ensure the security group or your application to allow load balancer and communicate with your instance, and both the listener port and the health check port. Without port it won't communicate, because both the side we need to enable the port number. Thanks for watching the video. You can share your feedback. We learn forever at gmail.com, and please subscribe if you like. Thank you.